Welcome to Face Islam, the program dealing with the subjects that Muslims have to face every day for Muslims everywhere. Today I want to talk about a word that is often misunderstood by even some Muslims. The word is shirk. What is this thing called shirk, and how do I understand it in today's world, and especially how do I avoid it? Shirk is a word mentioned in the Quran in chapter 4, Surah An-Nisa, verse 48. Clearly, Allah said here, I do not forgive shirk. This is the blasphemy in Islam. It's the unforgivable sin that nothing will be in a way of forgiveness unless the person re-enters Islam. Because shirk can put somebody out of Islam and they need to come back in. It can cancel all of your deeds. What is it? And then Allah continues by saying, whoever has come up with this shirk, he's invented something very evil, a very bad, monstrous sin. Shirk. It is actually to make partners with Allah. A partner with Allah. What's the big deal? Well, Allah is so uniquely one, there isn't anything like Him. He has no partner. There isn't anything like unto Him. He has no relatives, no sons, daughters, mothers, fathers, cousins, uncles, you name it. He doesn't have that. And He's not like a tree, not like a rock, not like a cloud, not like the universe, not in the universe. He is so uniquely different that we have to understand Him, as we've mentioned in other programs, as being totally ahad, uniquely one. As such, He definitely has no partners, and if anybody ascribes to Him a partner of any kind in any way, whether it is in their understanding or in their worship or calling upon Him or thinking that they can get to Him through something else, all of these things are considered a shirk. And may Allah keep us away from it. Ameen. This is a good understanding of no gods beside God. All right? Now, how can we break it down so the average Muslim can deal with the topic? And in today's life especially, how can I deal with it? First is, the scholars broke it up for us and make it easy. They said, look at it like this. There's something called big shirk, Shirk al-Akbar. That's openly saying God has a son, a daughter, or a father, or saying that God has something like Him, or that He is the universe, or He is like in the universe, that He's everywhere, that kind of thing. This is big shirk. Then there's another shirk. It's called Shirk al-Asghar. The first one is Shirk al-Akbar, that big one, yeah? This one is Shirk al-Asghar. It's a smaller shirk, just as bad though, and that's when somebody totally acknowledges, yes, there's God, and I know He's one, and, you know, I'm going to use my little lucky rabbit's foot here, just to go along with me, you know, why I believe it gives me some luck. Or I have a lucky horseshoe, I want to hang it over here in my office above my books or something like that. And so this is also shirk, even though you're saying there's only God. But, you know, you want to have, I'll give you one, is when they make that little teeny Quran so small you can't even read it, and they lock it up in a little teeny box, and they carry it on a locket around their neck, or they put it, you know, in their car, hang it down from the rearview mirror. That kind of stuff, thinking that it's going to give them good luck. And that's wrong. Reciting the Quran can protect a person, but writing the Quran down on a piece of paper, then tearing it up and cooking it in something and swallowing it, or pouring it over you, things like that, this is not anything from the teachings of Muhammad, peace be upon him, or the Quran. Therefore, using that and believing in it is a form of shirk. But there's more. Did you know there's also one called Shirk al-Kafi? This is hidden shirk. And according to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, he said it's like a black ant on a black rock on a black night. Now, if there's no stars or moon out, right? And there's a black rock, you can't even see the rock. You're going to fall over it. But if there's a black ant on there, there's just no way you're going to see it. But it doesn't mean it's not there. Still exists. And this is called the hidden shirk. And again, it is still shirk. And what is that? It's actually not accepting the will of Allah. Allah has ordained something to happen, and the person feels like, well, if this had been different, then that would have been different. In other words, if I would have just made a left turn instead of a right, none of this would have happened. No, whatever was written is going to happen. There's no choice in that. We spoke about that in the Qadr of Allah. But understand that whenever something takes place, that's all that could have happened. That was already known to Allah. And don't blame other people. Blaming is also a form of shirk. Well, if you didn't leave the keys in the car, we wouldn't be standing in the rain and the motor's running, we can't get in the car. Blah. All of that's blaming. I call it the blame gun. Pull it out, blame. We don't do that in Islam. All of that's bad, and the best thing to do is start over with a new shahada and never do it again. And that's face Islam.